Tonight, I want to talk to you about the Satanic changing. The reason I call it the Satanic changing is because of certain transformations. But to do this, I want to take you back to early childhood and to ancient times. In early childhood, your parents teach you right from wrong. They teach you, values such as Christianity or paganism, respecting your elders, chivalry type things. And if you go back through time, there is Cain and Abel, who we know Cain killed his brother Abel, and through Cain was born sin. Through Abel's line, Jesus was created. Well, born is more like it. But if we go back further to Adam and Eve, according to Christianity, Adam and Eve were the first of our race. But if we go to chapter 5 in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Torah, which is the first book of Moses, we learn that angels from heaven, who were banished from heaven, came to earth and had relations with the daughters of men. And through the daughters of men were born giants. They were taught the mystics, magics. They were taught a lot of things. Now, some children throughout history have known that they were different. Some have the ability to create illusions that are so real that it's a miracle. Chris Angel, David Blaine, these are just two of the modern ones. Then you have Merlin. But here's my point. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. When I was a child, I knew more about Christianity. The stories within the Bible. Things that children should not know about. I never went to church. I never was part of what you would call the occults. But yet I was drawn to pantheons from ancient civilizations like the gods of Mount Olympus, Thor, Freya, the Celts. Basically, you got different pantheons, which are the Greeks, the Romans, the Germanic, the Celtic, the Norse. And I've always known I was different. I name one kid that's not angry. Well, most kids aren't. Especially around 5 years old. But for me, I realized that I had superhuman strength. That I could channel power through anger. Negativity. I could grow stronger. The angrier I got, the stronger I became. When I was in 5th grade, I was playing not softball, but what do you call that? Dodgeball. And about 3 weeks into my 5th grade year, I realized my eyes were changing. My eyes became sensitive to daylight. Things slowed down to the point where it was like they were coming at me in slow motion. By the time I hit junior high and high school level, it was like the entire world was opened up to me. All these doors. I could do things, see things that nobody could do. I understood things on a level that no one else could possibly understand. There was a guy that I know. I do consider him a friend, even though he's an apostolic Christian. He once told me, it doesn't matter which group we put you in, you outwork them all. I believe that's called endurance. But here's the thing. It's also focus and discipline. But how do you explain how your body changes in this way? Well, Anton Szandor LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, he hit it dead on during the introduction of his book, The Satanic Bible. The scattered megatribe, which is basically the lost children of fallen angels and human women. I guess you could call it the half-breeds, the hybrids. We're not quite angels, but we're not yet human either. We're something else. We're in between. Through this, I started studying. I started wondering, how? Why? And I went and saw mystics. I saw palm readers and everything else I acquired too. But they never gave me a direct answer. But it wasn't until about 10 years ago that I found out what I am, the way I feel, the way I act, my nature. It's called Satanism. And it works for me. It suits me. And through this book, I discovered what I am. I'm a satanic warlock. A warlock, as I stated before, is a male witch. Witches are a female. But for me, I'm a male warlock. A satanic warlock, to be precise. And from there, I started studying everything I can get my hands on Satanism. Through witchcraft and the magics, the mystics, studying everything. And I found out the more I studied, the more powerful I became. I walk into a room, I don't even have to look. I could tell you how many windows there are, how many exits, how many doors, how many people. I could tell you where the restroom was without even looking around for it. I was standing in Walmart one day back in '97. I was dressed in a gi, which is a martial art uniform. And I don't really look around for anything. I mostly went to electronics or, to wherever the comics are, which would probably be the books department. Or I just grab, drinks, foods, snacks, stuff like that, and just get the hell out. But this particular evening, I had 3 people come up to me and ask me if I worked there. It's like, yeah, I'm wearing a purple t-shirt that says Clark's Taekwondo on it. Black gi pants. And a pair of flip-flops. Yeah, I work at Walmart. Interesting. Morons. But I asked them, what are you looking for? They told me, and I told them exactly what part of the store to go to. I've looked at people, and I've told them exactly what they're thinking. There's a girl that I talk to every now and again through texting. She basically keeps asking me, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? And I tell her. And she's like, holy shit. That is freaky. Well, that's what I mean by satanic changing. How most people go through a transitionary process between childhood and adulthood. I just simply came into my abilities. One moment, I had a kid's voice. The next, I was talking like a man. So, that's what I mean by satanic changing. And I know I'm not the only one out there. Because I know there's others, just like me. So keep those horns up. Keep learning and understanding. And trying to find your path. I got no doubt you'll find it. So, hail Satan. Have a good night.